Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day. It is Main Street Today time. Happy Friday, man. Does anybody else feel like me, like you're pulling in on one wheel? But there's so much going on. I just actually got in touch with my friends over at the Nashville Sounds. Tonight is a very special game. It's going to be the Nashville Sounds versus the Gwinnett Stripers, and it starts at 6:30. The gates open at 6:35. It's going to be so much fun. If you have not been to First Tennessee Park, you are missing out. It's going to be perfect weather. And I think the first 750 folks in are getting their special wind-up Reba racer. They give the best swag at First Tennessee Park. I absolutely love it. Isn't that adorable? The Reba with the famous red dress. Anyway, you can collect all of them and they give them out. And tomorrow night, they're going to have an aluminum tumbler that is awesome. That is tomorrow night's game for their homestand. And it is given to you by the Tennessee Hyundai dealers. It's going to be wonderful. But just to kind of give you an idea what homestand is like at the Nashville Sounds Park, First Tennessee Park, and then we'll talk about the food. It is Hit City. It is the most fun ever. And I'm going to tell you, if you need to get the garlic parmesan fries, they are just amazing. And the pork chop sandwich, very, very cool. Now, that's baseball tonight, finishing up the homestand. It's going to be incredible. Downtown Nashville at the First Tennessee Park. But let's talk about what's going on Father's Day weekend out at the Nashville Super Speedway, Wilson County.
Hey guys, Jeff Burton here. We're at the Nashville Super Speedway today, filming some stuff for NBC. Cannot wait to get back to the racetrack. Our first race is right here. Make sure that you're here on the same weekend. It's going to be great fun. Get your tickets now for the Ally 400. It's going to be an awesome weekend.
Well, guess what? The Ally 400 just sold out. And it's going to be full capacity. It is opened up. So 38,000 people will be here in Wilson County at the Nashville Super Speedway. I don't know. And guess what today is? NASCAR Day. Happy NASCAR Day. Going back to the very first Daytona.
It's a fun new challenge. It's great to be back.
I've just always enjoyed concrete racetracks, so I'm glad that we have another one now.
It's a really, really good day for our city and really for our state and for this racetrack.
We've got to get back to a lot of the things that made this sport what race fans love about it, and Nashville is that perfect place, that perfect blend.
We're focused on getting this track ready to meet and exceed the expectations of our fans who deserve to have a Cup Series race here. We'll have an opportunity to do that Father's Day weekend when they come on out here.
Okay, guess what? They're going to be getting tickets for Father's Day. Well, there are some open and some, but the Ally 400 Day has already sold out. They just announced that this morning. The Ally 400, 38,000 people sold out. But it's a whole weekend long. But guess what we did? Here at Main Street, we have got a way for you to win to the biggest. If you're the biggest NASCAR fan and you want tickets, you can go to mainstreetmediatn.com and look for this banner. Click on this banner And you can enter for a chance at a family prize package for 4 to the NASCAR Infinity Race on Saturday. That is June 19th. Still Father's Day weekend. And it's brought to you by the Tennessee State Lottery. And we're just so glad that we can offer you tickets. And it is Happy NASCAR Day. NASCAR back at the Super Speedway, and it is exciting. Nashville is going to be doing some really important stuff. It is also Mental Health Month. And yesterday I planned to do this story, but we got started talking about cicadas, and that's kind of how the razor blades we are. But there's a place, I met the people from Centerstone when I was working at WSM, and they came in to explain what they do for our military families, and especially our folks up at Main Street, Clarksville, and our paper there, and the people, and Matthew that takes care of all the folks who advertise with us there. The community is so entrenched in our military families, and it's important to know there are special services out there specifically created for the military. Let's find out a little bit about Centerstone. They were the winner, by the way, of our Main Street Awards.
I served overseas in Fallujah in 2006, 2007, and in Al Asad, Iraq, which is the Air Force base in northern Iraq from 2009 to 2010.
He had just gotten home, and so I knew the Adam before. You know, I wasn't familiar with the Adam post-war, but once we reconnected, we really, we fell in love, and we decided to start a family, and we had our little boy in April of 2011.
This past spring, one of my Marines took his own life. When that happened, it kind of threw me for a loop.
And at that point, as a spouse, I didn't know what boundaries, I could and couldn't cross. I didn't know how I could help. I didn't know what to do. I was listening to my husband who was hurting and didn't have the tools or the resources to help.
My wife and I talked and decided that we were going to reach out to you guys and start counseling through you. We had been in counseling for a few months, thanks to Courage Beyond. I now am in the MBA program at Lipscomb University, and also got a job there as the Veteran Outreach Coordinator.
We got hooked up with Courage Beyond. We have this amazing counselor. He's changed a lot for me in learning how to deal with, the days, the hard days.
That's kind of where we're at right now, still doing our counseling and trying to get better together.
Centerstone is an amazing organization. What they do for our military families, because it's not just the person who served in country, it is the person that stayed home, and it's the children, and it's the family unit that they try to protect at Centerstone. And there are free programs, there are reduced cost programs, there are subsidized programs. Centerstone is a wonderful organization. So do a quick Google about Centerstone. Wherever you are in the country, you might be listening somewhere else, but here at home in Middle Tennessee, there are friends at Centerstone up in the Clarksville area. Hey, congratulations to Judy Ann Smith. I pulled her name out of a hat of everybody on all of our pages for Facebook. Last night, we had a flash chance to win tickets, a virtual concert with Exile on sessionslive.com, and she put her name down, and we pulled her name out of a hat, and she won tickets to see Exile. They were live last night on Sessions Live and looked a little bit like this.
The creek, going down the wrong way on a one-way street. I ain't got the sense, but the good Lord gave the goose. But I sure got one thing that I'd like to give to you. I got no PhD. When you talk about love, better talk to me. I got love, super duper love.
I ain't too good looking, I won't be no movie king. I won't be no Elvis up on the silver screen. I won't be no teacher, no nuclear scientist. But if you ain't been kissed by me, baby, you ain't been kissed.
I got love, super love, super duper love for you. I ain't no doctor, ain't got no PhD. When you talk about love, better talk to LT. I got love, super duper love. Here we go. Ain't got no PhD. When you talk about love,
You better talk to JP.
I got love for you. I got super duper love for you. Baby, I'm off the wall, up the creek, going down the wrong way on a one-way street. I ain't got the sense, God gave the goose, but I got one thing I want to give to you. I ain't too good looking, no movie can't be no Elvis on the silver screen. Can't be no teacher, no scientist. If I ain't kissed you, then you ain't been kissed. Got love, super love, super duper love for you. I ain't no doctor, ain't got no PhD. When you talk about love, better talk to you all. I got love, now ain't that right? For you, I got super duper love for you. Got that high chest for you.
Aren't they wonderful? That is my Friday song. I don't know, anybody chair dancing with me? Oh, love it, love it, love it. There was a band that made everybody go to the dance floor for those father-daughter dances at weddings, a band called Heartland. And I'm going to play you a little snippet because we're going to meet a guy from Heartland who has a brand new, amazing duo, and the sound is incredible. I cannot tell you how many people reached out to me when I was working radio every day, go, who is that? That I saw her first. Who is that? Who is this band? Well, we're going to give you an idea. This is like the wedding song of all wedding songs of all wedding songs. And we're going to meet Craig Anderson from that band and find out about his new duo, Madison Station. Coming up, just a few.
Look at the two of you dancing that way, lost in the moment and each other's face. So much in love, you're alone in this place, like there's nobody else in the world. I was enough for her not long ago. I was her number one She told me so, and she still means the world to me, just so you know. So be careful when you hold my girl. Time changes everything, life must go on. I'm not gonna stand in your way. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. And I prayed that she'd find you someday, but it's still hard to give her away. I loved her first. How could that beautiful woman with you be the same freckle-faced kid that I knew, the one that I read all those fairy tales to, and tucked into bed all those nights? And I knew the first time I saw you with her, it was only a matter of time. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. And I prayed that she'd find you someday, but it's still hard to give her away. I loved her first. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. Someday you might know what I'm going through, when a miracle smiles up at you. I loved her first.
Okay, I got to tell you, I'm just in the full-on squall after that. That just kills me. What a great song. And from the group Heartland and now to Madison Station, Craig Anderson is in our waiting room. Craig,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm just okay. I'm verklempt. It's just the emotions, and just when you sing, you kill me, and you're part of this, giving us the great music. Tell me how Madison Station, the new collection, you and Lance. Tell me how that came about.
Yeah. So Lance and I have actually been playing together for several years now. Even before Heartland wound down, my brother and I were writing and things in Nashville, and we were introduced to Lance with a mutual friend of ours. And we just kind of kept in it to win it for several years now, and it's morphed into Lance and myself, as a duo, and we went in finally and did more of a formal album that we finished, and all that stuff. So we've kind of got everything launched and going now, and letting it take its course. So
your sound is so good. This new song, it's a total love song, and you look at it and you think, "Shoes Under My Bed." It's like, that's going to be a sexy song, but it's about that forever love stuff. I love the lyrics of this, and let's talk about the songwriters who helped bring this to fruition. I know Will Nance, one of my buddies, is part of this song.
Yeah. So we ended up cutting 8 songs up there with that I co-produced with Dan Frizzell, who was just coming off that the number one with Lee Bryce with Rumor.
Oh yeah.
we ended up doing 8 songs up there, and I really am enjoying writing these days, and I like to do my own stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you, but so I wrote 6 of the 8 songs, but one of them obviously is this one, and I heard this song several years ago. A friend of mine that's worked with us a long time in the concert promotion business, Steve Maples, actually sent me that song, and we had heard it at a Songwriters in the Round that Will had done. And I had met Will years ago. He had written She's Everything for Brad Paisley.
Right.
And we were actually touring, Heartland was with Brad on that Time Well Wasted tour then. So, but I had always had that in the back of my mind. I just thought that was a great song. And the version I'd heard was a vocal on the piano. And it sounded like a hit song. And I knew what I wanted to do with it when we hit full production and everything. And so we did. So that's how we kind of ended up doing that song.
Well, Craig, you are an amazing songwriter.
Thank you.
And the thing, when an artist puts together, it's not only being able to write songs that are perfect for you, but in also having the ears to listen when someone hands you a song that also is in that wheelhouse.
For sure. Yeah, you'd be a fool to not cut a great song. I don't care if I hate that I didn't write it, but I didn't. But no.
Man.
Did not cut a hit song. I didn't write I Loved Her First either, but we found I Loved Her First the exact same way in a Songwriters in a Round in Muscle Shoals. My dad actually found that one for us. And so that's what got us a record deal. And, it ended up being nominated for Single of the Year that year and the whole bit. Hit song's a hit song. I don't care if you write it or not.
That's right. Well, now where are you from?
So I am from North Alabama, and I grew up in a little town, Madison, which is outside of Huntsville.
Yeah.
And so I live right up on the state line with Tennessee and Alabama, right there on the border.
Oh, so it's so fun. We're going to do a shout out to JT, my friend, who's probably watching right now. He and they're from Northern Alabama as well, so they always are watching. So give them a shout out, because I always say that area there, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A lot of lake people and people hanging out there. It's just and people who always stop by the smokehouse in Mont Eagle, Tennessee. You're in that area.
Yeah, we were really fortunate that we never we lived so close to Nashville. So my brother Todd and I did move to Nashville in the late '90s, just kind of for fun. Titans had just come to town and all that.
Yeah.
And so
it was the time to be here.
Oh yeah, it was great. So we had a great time, and but we didn't have to move. We were fortunate. If you live in Iowa and you want to play country music, you better get to Nashville. But
yeah.
We never had to mess with that. So, but it is beautiful. I love the drive. I've driven, from here to Nashville thousands of times since we started this.
You are so right, though. There's so many people who say, "Oh, you got to move to Nashville." You can move to Nashville, but when you're that close and you can keep that flavor, there's so much music that you're talking about, the shoals. And I love that Floribama hat, because
thanks.
I just found mine this morning. So there,
yeah.
I was laughing. I go, "Oh my gosh, it's summertime. What hats am I going to wear this summer?" Working out on I love my Floribama hat. So
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Craig. We're going to close out our interview by playing the song Shoes Under My Bed. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much. Nice talking to you.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
I want your shoes under my bed. I want my pillow under your head. I want your toothbrush next to mine. I wanna kiss you goodnight every night. You can leave your makeup in my sink. Fill my closet full of pink. I want your mess all in my mess. I want your shoes under my bed. Everywhere drown my tub. My hardwood floor to catch your dress. I want your shoes under my bed. Everywhere I look, I wanna see everything you are surrounding me. And girl, I wanna make your dreams come true. I wanna hear the word love and think of you, girl.
Every now and then we have a little technical snafu that has nothing to do with us or whatever, but sometimes things happen. Anyway, thank you to Madison Station for being part of our show today, and you can find them on all the socials. Hey, by the way, have you seen the new show with Katie Seagal? It's called Rebel. New episode is out tonight if you're a streamer, with my buddy John Corbett, formerly of Northern Exposure and Sex and the City and everything. I met him down at the Marconi Awards. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter himself. And Sam Palladio from the show Nashville. They're all part of an incredible cast. Rebel is a show loosely based on the character Erin Brockovich. So if you haven't seen that show, it's really good. Well, we're going to go to my darling who is waiting in the waiting room, Stella Prince. It's a big day, honey. I'm so excited about your new single.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here on release day. I'm so excited.
Well, a lot of people don't know Stella, but Stella is one. There are a few young people that are out there doing the music thing, and you approach it like a business.
Yeah.
You know, you really do. And tell people where you live, how old you are. I'll go ahead and ask. You're so young that you can brag about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm from a tiny town in upstate New York, right in between like Woodstock, which is the folk music capital, and Kingston. So it's a tiny, tiny town. I've been here all my life. And I am 16 years old.
You guys, 16 years old. She puts together her music, and Global Rising Song is, I think, my first introduction to you. You were in that song competition. My friend Keith Moore, if you don't know about globalrisingsong.com, it's a fabulous fan funding portal and song competition, exposure, social media, all put under one roof. So check that out.
Oh, yeah.
But tell us about the new song, Scared, we're about to hear.
Yeah, so I wrote Scared, mainly because I wanted to speak to my generation, sort of about suddenly becoming a young adult after the pandemic, and sort of feeling like, it's up to me to get what I want out of my life,
Right.
and chase my dreams on my own, because in the pandemic, like it started when I was 15. And now I'm almost 17. And so it's kind of just like suddenly I'm like almost an adult. Like it just feels like I was like just 15. And so it's definitely a really weird feeling because I feel like I almost lost a year of my life.
Yeah, I'm almost 60 and I feel like I lost a year too. That's why this song really hit me. I said, you don't have to be a kid to understand this feeling. I think you really nailed that emotion.
Thank you. And yeah, I think, although it's exciting to like go out on your own and start this new chapter, it's pretty scary, because, especially me, I'm starting a new time in my life, and a new chapter where I feel like it definitely is, completely up to me to start my adult career and, just begin everything. So it's definitely very different and very strange.
It is. But you know what? I'm so glad that we are here with you on this launch day. Where can they get this new song?
Yeah, you can definitely find it on all streaming platforms. It just dropped today, which is so exciting. And yeah, so make sure to follow along. It just premiered on Essentially Pop magazine today.
So we do country music, we do pop music, we do every kind of music on this show. And Main Street today just celebrates Stella Prince today. Thank you for making us part of your launch as well. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Here is Scared by Stella Prince.
I'm scared of never knowing what comes next, of always pretending I'm at my best. Oh, I'm scared of never putting myself first and always thinking the worst. Hard not to know how things will go, and my life feels slow. In the end, I really have to trust myself once again. I can't wait for someone else to fill my dreams. I'm scared, it seems it's up to me. I'm tired of the way that things have been, still waiting for my dreams to just begin. Oh, I'm tired of only wishing on a shooting star. Maybe someday it won't feel so far away. Hard not to know how things will go, and my life feels slow. So in the end, I really have to trust myself once again. I can't wait for someone else to fill my dreams. I'm scared, it seems it's up to me. We never know how things will go. Are we really all alone? I'm looking to tomorrow. I'm looking to tomorrow. In the end, I really have to trust myself once again. I can't wait for someone else to fill my dreams. I'm scared, it seems it's up to me to fill my dreams. I'm scared, it seems it's up to me.
My gosh, what a song.
Thank you so much.
Whew. And I love those harmonies that come in on the chorus. And you just nailed it for all of our feelings. God bless you, little Stella.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm so glad that you like it and everyone is listening today. So thank you.
Well, I think it's a perfect song to go into our weekend. And also I want to let everybody know that right now for the big it's NASCAR day, but they just announced at the Super Speedway they're looking for someone to sing the national anthem at the big race Father's Day weekend. And if you go to NASCARSuperstar.com, upload a version of you singing the national anthem, you might be chosen. They're going to pick finalists. See, and I thought, well, we'll tell Stella about that and everybody else who is listening, because they want to support all the people who are in Music City and beyond.
I'll audition today.
Well, you have a wonderful weekend. We tell everybody always, remember that to be safe, be kind, and most of all, remember you are loved. Happy weekend, everybody. Bye, Stella.